Welcome everyone. It's a pleasure to have you join us for today's webinar, and I extend my warm greetings to each of you. The title of today's workshop is Discover the Power of CIPS, Your Global Passport in Procurement and Supply Chain. Heriot-Watt University works closely with leading professional bodies to share knowledge and maintain accreditation, ensuring our students gain wider industry connectivity. One example is the MSc Supply Chain Management and Logistic online program, which is accredited by CIPS and successfully addressing to the global audience. Today's webinar will highlight the benefits of CIPS accreditation and how it enhances opportunity for our students. So CIPS is the world leading and only global recognized professional body dedicated to procurement and supply chain management. So this session is your chance to explore how CIPS membership can elevate your academic journey and open doors to international career opportunities. Learn about the prestige MCIPS designation, its impact across industries worldwide, and how it sets you apart as a trusted, ethical, and future-ready professional. We are delighted to have Clare Winton from CIPS joining us for this webinar. Clare, thank you so much for accepting our invitation, especially while you are on leave. We truly appreciate your commitment and support in making this event possible. Now, let me take a moment to introduce Clare Winton to all of you. Clare Winton is a dynamic education and learning professional with over 20 years of experience, driving excellence in teaching, leadership, and professional development. Starting her career as science teacher, Clare quickly earned reputation for creativity and enthusiasm, inspiring countless students and colleagues. Her successes in classroom propelled her into leadership as assistant head teacher, where she championed initiatives to raise educational standards and empower learners. Building on this foundation, Clare transitioned into the corporate learning and development space, designing and delivering impactful training programs, coaching frameworks, and mentorship schemes that have transformed professional growth at every level. Today, as Partnership Development Manager at the Chartered Institute of Procurement and Supply, Clare leveraged her expertise on strengthen global partnership with study centers, accredited universities. Her mission is to create opportunities that advance the procurement and supply profession through education, collaboration, and innovation. Her lifelong learner, she is a lifelong learner and passionate advocate for education as a catalyst for success. Clare thrives on building relationships that unlock potential for individuals, organizations, and the wider profession. Her work ensures that learners and educators worldwide have the tools and support they need to achieve excellence. So the forum is yours, Clare. You can start with an introduction. Thank you very much. And I would like to warmly welcome all of you for this session. Thank you.
Thank you so much, and thank you for that fantastic introduction. It makes me sound better than I probably appear. So thank you so much, and welcome everyone. I really appreciate your time today in terms of and the opportunity to talk to you about CIPS and the work we do and how we can support you in your academic studies and in your future careers. So I will just be sharing my slides for you to be able to see what I'm talking about today. So I'm going to do an introduction to CIPS and the Chartered Institute of Procurement and Supply, really looking at what that means for you as a student, as an academic, but also moving through and what that can mean for you in the future to be part of this organisation. So really, why am I here today? Well, that fantastic introduction gave you an insight into myself in terms of actually that my background is education. So students as the end user of the education process, which is supported by CIPS, is my passion and enthusiasm. So everything that myself and the team does to support universities is really there to support students globally as they enter into the careers of procurement and or supply chain, or the careers that surround procurement and supply chain. So my job really is to provide that link between the academic studies and the world of the profession of procurement and supply, and ultimately an MSIPS professional recognition, and to support you in how you can get there. We look at everything from research to the global standards, and I'll talk more about those throughout the presentation. But ultimately, what we are as an organisation, whilst you are taking part in academic studies, is here to support and guide you on your journey from academia to full MSIPS membership. And I will also talk through that journey with you today. So let's start with who are CIPS, referred to as CIPS or CIPS or the Chartered Institute of Procurement and Supply. I'm going to just give you a really good overview via a short video as to what that looks like and what that means in terms of the world of procurement and supply and the potential career opportunities for yourselves. So hopefully that gives you a little bit of an insight into who CIPS are. As was mentioned in the introduction, we are the only global organisation that works to support procurement and supply chain in terms of on a global scale. But where does CIPS come from? And the Chartered Institute of Procurement and Supply starts off by the fact that we hold a royal charter. So to call ourselves the Chartered Institute of Procurement and Supply means that we have to uphold our royal charter on an annual basis. And that means we have to evidence everything that we're doing to the Privy Council, who report to the King, and he awards us the charter that gives us that recognition. And what we proclaim to do, and as part of that we have to work for the public good, and therefore we have to improve services for the public benefit and not just those of the industry or the profession. And to do that, what we stand by is our support for ethical and sustainable supply chain and procurement. And we also uphold close to our hearts the EDI, the Equality, Diversity and Inclusion support, to remove things like anti-slavery from the world on a global scale in supply chain and therefore procurement as well. We are also a professional awarding body and award our qualifications, and part of that package is the accredited degree programme, in which we have supported your university in achieving accreditation, so therefore you are part of that flexible pathway to MSIPS. We are a non-for-profit organisation, and therefore all of the money that comes into CIPS is used to go back into the industry to promote that public good, that ethical and sustainable supply chain and procurement, and to remove things like slavery through EDI strategies from the world of procurement and supply. we are truly also a global organisation. Although our HQ is based here in the UK, in Peterborough in the East Midlands, we are actually a global organisation. And that means that we have offices around the world. So although we have our HQ in the UK, we actually have physical offices and employed offices across the world, from Australia, Singapore, India, Dubai, and the UAE, Saudi Arabia, Kenya, Ghana, Nigeria, South Africa, Caribbean, and America, covering all of the Americas. So we are a global location as well, and wherever you are in the world, there is a community of CIPS to be able to support you and to be there as your career partner or your academic partner. This is just where we have our physical location. But if we look at our membership body, we can see that we are truly a global organisation with members scattered in all of the far-flung places of the world, to enable and support that ethical and sustainable goal that we aim for, to support global and procurement and supply chains on that global scale. We are the setters of the global standards. Being the only global procurement and supply chain professional body, we are there to set and support people adhering to the global standards. So all members of CIPS are there signed up as part of being a member of CIPS to adhere to and live by and work by the global standards in procurement and supply. These have recently, in the last couple of months, been relaunched to make sure that ethics and behaviours and sustainability underpins all of our global standards. And that underpins everything from the qualifications that we deliver to your accredited degree. So understanding the global standards will give you lots of information around what the knowledge, the skills and the understanding that is needed in the world of working in procurement and supply. There is dedicated pages and interactive tools for the global standards available on our website. And like I say, it's recently been relaunched in terms of giving us 15 aspects of global procurement and supply to ensure that we have that ethical and sustainable supply chain across the globe. And all members, not only all members, we have many organisations that adhere to these and then are stamped as approval, and that goes from everything from governments that evidence their use of global standards, right through to small medium-sized enterprises that will apply for standardisation against the global standards to ensure that they adhere to them. So truly everything that we do is aligned with our global standards. So I've mentioned MCIPS a couple of times, so it's important for you to understand what MCIPS is, and therefore why being on this accredited degree is really beneficial and supportive of you as you move for your career. So MCIPS is the professional designation that is awarded to those that are able to evidence that they have achieved the globally recognised standards and that they have the knowledge and skills to be able to say, I am MCIPS. And the question is for you, I suppose, as a studying individual, is why is that important? Now, being on a route and working towards MCIPS is important for a number of reasons. It gives you that professional accreditation. It's that stamp of approval of saying that I am able to uphold the global standards in my role, in my job, and for my organisation. It shows that you are, evidences that you have experience, that you are able to uphold the ethics, and that you have a level of professionalism and knowledge to be able to uphold those standards. And it evidences that you are part of a CIPS community and network, and that you are wanting to continue your work to uphold the global standards in the role that you do, and that you are therefore a lifelong learner by being part of the CIPS community to ensure that you are at the forefront of your profession at all times. Now, those things are great, but really understanding that MCIPS, by being a professional designation, ultimately means that you are worth more to an employer. Now, this is a massive figure, By being MSIPs, you could earn 59% more than somebody that is not MSIPs doing the same or similar job. So therefore, that is 59% more. I can't emphasize that number. And that is increasing year on year, because as the sort of the procurement and supply chain industry understands the need for ethical and sustainable procurement and supply chain, with the challenges that we see across the world in procurement and supply chain, that organisations are valuing the knowledge and skills that MSIPs represent, and therefore they are offering more money to somebody that has MSIPs, and that is 59%, I'll say it one more time, more than somebody that doesn't have the MSIPs designation. And also it opens more doors. It gives you opportunity to apply to 52% of the jobs that are out there that require MSIPs. And therefore, without having MSIPs, you are shutting the door to 52% of the higher paid jobs than those that, if you don't have MSIPs, are available to you. So MSIPs is globally recognised as a requirement to get to the highest paid and most desirable jobs in this industry. And by being on the route that you are, in terms of an accredited degree, you are on a pathway to MSIPs. So your qualification has been mapped against the global standards to make sure that the knowledge and skills that you gain through the qualification means that you are able to apply for MSIPs. Now, to apply for MSIPs, you need your qualification, you need the transcript showing the modules that you've passed are in line with those expected, and a copy of any dissertations, group projects or works. So don't throw those away at the end of your course. What you also need is 3 years experience. So post qualification, you will need to maintain your qualification and get that work experience to support you in your application for MSIPs. Now, during that time, there's a package to ensure that you are still supported by CIPS through the affiliate membership. So you don't lose touch, you're still part of the community and you still have full access. Once that 3 years is up, then you are able to apply for that MSIPs. And that's because MSIPs requires the experience and in context knowledge and skills. Now, you can have prior experience prior to studying the qualification in the procurement and supply chain industry, and that will count as well. That experience also can be global. There is no restrictions on where that experience within the procurement and supply chain industry needs to come from, as long as it is within the industry and meets the criteria. Why is this important, and why do 52% of employers want MSIPs for those jobs, and why do they pay 59% more to those people with MSIPs? This is what employers have told us that they want from employees with MSIPs. This is what they see. They say that MSIPs employers have a high level of competency and skills gained through the knowledge that you get from your qualification, that you demonstrate wider understanding of relevant business experience gained through your qualification, through understanding in context roles and in context scenarios and case studies, but also through the experience, which leads on to the next one, that you have a commitment to the ethical standards in practice, and that's evidenced through the work that you do in the 3 years of gaining that standard. Also, as part of MSIPs, you have to do an annual ethics test to make sure that you are still up to date with the most recent ethical standards within the industry, because that's what we hold dear and that underpins all the work that we do. Also, that lifelong commitment to learning. By being a member of CIPS, by maintaining MSIP status, you are at the forefront of the information and the changes that are happening in the industry and gaining that information. And that starts from the moment that you become an affiliate member as part of your academic studies. You also get to showcase your achievements in the fact that you are able to get digital certificates, you're able to share badges on websites, on things like LinkedIn. So, and because they're digital certificates now, they can be easily shared with employers. So this one says student member, yours will currently say affiliate member, and that will then also be able to be translated to an MSIPS member once you have applied and achieved MSIPS. So what is your accredited degree? Well, your accredited degree is what your university has valued. Your university has said there is value in you having access to CIPS as part of your academic studies and you having a route to MSIPS for your future career development. Your university has done most of the hard work here. They have the ones that have mapped your qualification to ensure it meets our standards, that it meets the global standards, and therefore the knowledge you gain through your qualification is in line with the expectations of an MSIPS member. So they've done all the hard work. We have then checked that that is the case, and that is quite a robust process. That means that external auditors actually analyse that to make sure that everything is in line and it meets CIPS's expectations. And so they've done the hard work in getting you this designation. And the reality of that is that is not all universities, all courses that have similar or the same title as yours. There is only 50% of the courses in the UK alone and less globally are accredited by CIPS because the others don't have that robust checking and the same skills and content. And we do refuse applications if they don't meet our criteria. Therefore, that's still, in terms of job applications at MSIPS, anyone on a same or similar course will not be able to apply for MSIPS through this route. They will therefore have to sit our qualifications in addition to your degree. You won't. Your accredited degree is your route to MSIPS. There are no additional qualifications to sit. As part of that, and as reward for your university applying for this accreditation, you have the opportunity of a complimentary affiliate membership. So you get to see what's on offer to members, what support is out there to be part of that CIPS community before you become an MSIPS member. That gives you access to all of these areas. The Intelligence Hub. The Intelligence Hub has all of the most up-to-date information on the key areas and also all of that foundation information, the models, the strategies, the finance, all of those different areas broken down into really easy to access small chunks for you. We also have CIPS Connect, which I'll talk a little bit about in a minute, but a great platform for you to engage with. And we also have a massive branch network. So outside of our offices and the staff that are employed by CIPS within those offices, we have a massive volunteer network able to support you as an individual as you move through from academia into your career. Don't forget, CIPS is here to help. Utilise the website, find out what's on there, and there are individuals within CIPS that can support you as well. Your tutors and lecturers, they have worked hard in terms of making sure you have this accreditation, so they have the knowledge and skills to make sure that you can pass your qualification. And don't forget about each other. There is a wealth of knowledge within your student community. So to get your complimentary membership, you will apply for a free affiliate membership. And just take note there that when you apply for your free affiliate membership, you do need to log on, create an account and add a postal address to your profile on your MyCIPS dashboard before you can purchase your free affiliate membership. Your program leads will be able to provide you with the code which gives you access to that free affiliate membership. Once you purchase the membership, there's and put it into your basket, it says promo code. You enter the code and it will take your affiliate membership down to 0. Once that has been purchased, you will have full access to the website and all of the member areas and the value of CIPS membership, and also the communication and outreach and access to events that you could potentially attend. So your membership gives you that community and connection. It supports you through career progress and success. Over the last 2 weeks, I've attended 2 webinars around how to write your CV and how not to fall over. in terms of the efforts, the issues, what you should put in your letter of application, what you should be saying in interview. Those things are done on a regular basis, so they are there to be able to support you. Support and guidance throughout, not only through your academic studies and understanding the foundations, but support and guidance throughout your career in terms of you being able to understand what's there, what's out there, as well as having jobs board that is global for procurement and supply chain jobs. Expert and intelligence. We are the only global procurement and supply chain professional body out there. Therefore, we consider ourselves the experts in the industry. But it also that credibility and recognition by getting that MCIPS designation. CIPS Connect. CIPS Connect was launched about 2 years ago, and CIPS Connect is there to support every member and allow you to engage with every member globally. We have thousands of hit on CIPS Connect on a daily basis, and we have some really active members that are there. And part of their role and job is to support new people into the industry, people on their academic journey and studying. It is an interactive platform, community platform where you can post questions, answer questions, engage and network on a global scale with individuals. Students over the last 12 months have started to use this to be able to engage with and ask things like questions, put questionnaires and studies on there when they need case studies for assignments and assessments, or they need feedback or data. It's a great place for you to be able to engage on a global scale with industry professionals that are working at all levels within the industry, right from entry-level jobs right the way up to chief procurement officers and chief executive officers that have gone the procurement and supply chain route. So please utilise that, have a look, see what's out there. If you're writing dissertations, if you're needing to get feedback or data, it's a great place to engage with people that you wouldn't normally have access to. The CIPS salary guide, and one of the reasons I introduce this now, even though it's early in academic studies, is these are things to recognise as you move through into your MCIPS journey by being on this study. One of the reasons that I highlight this with university students is that there are many things on here, and these are the top 5 skills from the CIPS salary guide, which we do on an annual basis. Where we start collecting data for 12 months and then we issue the results. These are the top 5 skills. Now, of these top 5 skills, the top 2 haven't changed for nearly 7 years. So communication and negotiation have been up there for the last 7 years. That's important because they are soft skills. And what I would implore you to do is to make sure that you utilise the opportunities your university give you and CIPS gives you through networking events, through engagement on CIPS Connect, is that utilising those communication skills, which will lead to good negotiation skills, are something you will need to work on outside of your academic studies. So utilising what opportunities are there and where you can start to engage with networking opportunities, communicating with people in the industry, so you are comfortable in that field when it comes to moving into the industry. We do have this big branch network, and the branch network is much wider than our network of offices and individuals. So engaging with our CIPS branches is really key. We currently have 98 global. So wherever you are in the world, at whatever time of the year, you have the opportunity to find a branch and engage with activities, individuals, other studying members, and those that are working in the industry. Our branches are member branches, and they are actually ran by volunteers. They are not paid for by CIPS. They are there solely to support community in procurement and supply chain. They are ran by committees where we have individuals that are wanting to ensure that the next generation of procurement and supply chain have expertise and support as they move through the industry. So as you can see here is an image of our current 98. So you can see again on a global scale. So wherever you are in the world, there will be a branch nearby. If you are somewhere in the world where there's not a working branch, most of our branches also run individual sort of online webinars as well. And our branches global, they're available globally as well. So the webinars I've been to recently have been ran by branches. They're not CIPS webinars, they are branch webinars there to be able to support you as well. So wherever you are in the world, you should be able to engage. So that's it from me in terms of what I'm going to talk about. If you do have any issues, I can see that in terms of sort of codes, etc., that you need to make sure that if you have any issues with that, that you can contact member services and tell them that you are studying and what your qualification is, and they'll be able to sort out your membership if you have any issues. Our member services department are available 24 hours a day via email, and they respond within 2 days of that. The have your say is a no response email. That's just if you have any ideas or suggestions or things that you don't want a response to, that is there for you as well. If there are any questions, then please feel free to either put them in the chat or to let us know, and we will come to you. But thank you so much for your time today.
Thank you very much, Claire. This is a great presentation with all the information required us for to get a registration. So we are opening the forum for Q&A. So you just want to on your mic and forward your question, or you can use the chat even if you have any questions.
It's quite common there aren't any questions, because I think, like I said to the team just beforehand, I've done about 30 of these. So most of the questions I've had, I've now included into the presentations. But I think if there are any follow-up questions, obviously they can go to your program leads and they can come to the team, or if they are sort of about individual things, then that member services email, which I will flick back on, is there for you as well. If you're not able to find something on the website, right through to technical problems getting membership, then our member services team are there, and their sole role is to support members. So they are there to support you.
Yeah, thanks, Claire. Maybe I can start with a question.
Yeah, of course.
So with regard to MSIP, so is it something that globally applied? How someone can prove the the work experience kind of thing? So
Yeah,
how
so
could we do that?
MSIPS, our salary guide, which gives us that data around the 59% and 52% of jobs, is a global salary survey. So that's not a UK based one. It's actually very global. We take as much data globally as we do from locally. So in terms of our countries, MSIPS qualifications can be and experience can be gained anywhere in the world. There is no restriction on where that is gained, as can knowledge and skills as well. We are globally accredited universities across from Australia to Canada and everywhere in between. So it is truly global. There is no restrictions on when and where experience or academic studies can be achieved.
Yeah, that's great. Maybe I can forward another question with regards to the resources available for the students. Affiliated students. So what type of resources that they can get from CIPS for their dissertations or their assignments, or maybe if they wanted to contact with the CIPS members to get data collected, that type of things, how you can accommodate?
Yeah, so I think there's two ways in terms of that is first and foremost is CIPS Connect, because that is global, but also reaching out to local branches because they are there to support, and the branches can all be found online with their email addresses and LinkedIn profiles, so you can make direct contact with the members of the board for each branch, and they are people that are working in the industry or have people that are working in the industry. So there's particular areas that people want data from. It is worth reaching out to branches as well and saying, is there someone that can support me with this? The website is full of information. So we have the Intelligence Hub, which covers our key topic areas, but also our news and sort of backdate. There's white papers on there of research, etc., that can be accessed for, and case studies, etc., that is easily accessible through the website to support sort of the knowledge. And once you're a member of CIPS, you're able to access sort of a wealth of knowledge and information surrounding procurement and supply chain.
That's great. So if they have any difficulty, there's a chance that they can directly contact CIPS for technical problems and all this stuff as well, right?
Yeah.
So everything is ready. The only thing is we have to get used to it.
Yes, I'm not now, so I can see everyone. I think, yeah, it's really dig deep into the website and really make sure that people are utilising it, that you activate that free affiliate membership, and therefore you're able to sort of explore and start to connect with CIPS as a community. Although we are a chartered institute and a member organisation, I would say that in terms of globally, we are in terms of procurement and supply chain, it is a very community-based industry, and most people are there to support each other. We saw in the original video that there are 13 million people that work in procurement and supply, and at the moment CIPS represents around 80,000 of those. So by joining that community, it makes it a bigger community and creates that support network as we start to bring people of those 13 million into understanding the ethical and sustainable need for procurement and supply.
Yeah, that's great. So thank you very much. And do we have any other questions? If we don't have any other questions, maybe we can wind up the session. First of all, on behalf of the Heriot-Watt University, I would like to extend our sincere gratitude to everyone who made today's webinar a success. First and foremost, a big thank to you, Clare, representing CIPS, for sharing your valuable insights, and your contribution has truly enriched this session. And also, we would like to express our sincere thank to Rabana sir from CIPS, even though she's not here, but she has continuously supported us and guided us to organizing this event. And a very big thank to her as well. And also special thanks go to our faculty, staff, promotions team and technical team for ensuring everything ran smoothly, and also to our participants for your engagement and enthusiasm. We hope today's discussion has inspired you and highlighted the incredible benefits of CIPS accredited following a CIPS accredited degree program. And also you can apply for the memberships. All the information are there. And thank you once again. And we look forward to seeing you at our future events. Thank you. Bye.
Thank you.